Alright, what's going on everybody? So in this video today, we are talking about some of the right and wrong ways to do things, a couple of cues and steps to help you with your chest workout. So first things first is you have to start out by warming up. And that doesn't mean just throw plates on the bar as soon as you walk into the gym. Prior to this, I was doing some mobility work, some stretching, warming up with just a bar, a 25-pound plate, and I ramped up the weight towards my working sets. You don't just go into the gym and throw a 45 on because you know you can lift it. Always warm up properly. Alright, so this next step is optional, and you can either do this prior to your warm-up sets or right before your working sets. And it's something I like to do, and that's chalk up the bar and prepare the bench. So the value of chalking the bar is not only to get a better grip so your hands don't slip, but when you're bench pressing, you should be squeezing that bar as tightly as possible. So when you're creating tension in your hands, you're also creating tension in your forearms, upper arms, shoulders, back, and chest. So it keeps your entire body tight throughout the movement. And here I'm just placing a resistance band on the bench, which will help my back get a better grip on the bench. So when I'm using leg drive, I won't be sliding off the bench. Alright, so now we are ready to lift. We are going to get in our position, grabbing the bar at an equal distance on each side, which is shoulder width or slightly wider for most people. And once you grab that grip and create tension, you're going to take a deep breath and drive your chest upwards while pulling your shoulder blades back and down into the bench. From here, you plant your feet on the ground and drive them down, squeezing your glutes and tightening up. Once you unrack the weight, you're going to bring it down to slightly below your nipple line and ensure that your wrists and elbows stay in alignment, as this will give you the best leverage and keep the weight centered throughout the entire movement. Alright, so a few cues when bench pressing are to slightly arch your lower back, retract your scapula, and tighten your lats. Now, I'm not recommending an excessive arch like you might see a powerlifter do, but just a little arch while keeping your ass firmly on that bench. If your ass is coming off the bench, you're doing it wrong. But the reason that we have that slight arch is to make sure that our shoulders are pulled back and our chest is lifted high. Oftentimes you'll see people bench press with a flat back and their chest is dropped and their shoulders roll forward. So they're not actually feeling any activation in their pecs and their shoulder is taking all of the work. So that's something that we want to avoid. You'll also notice that I'm bench pressing in an arch and not a straight line, because if I was to bench press straight up and down, my elbows would flare at the bottom of the movement and it would put a lot of unnecessary stress on my rotator cuff. Alright, so moving forward is a common mistake I see when people are unracking the bar, and that's they overextend and lose that upper back tightness. So if you look in the mirror, when I overextend like that, I lose all of that tightness and I'm no longer able to create tension in my lats, keep my shoulder blades back, and I'm putting a lot of stress on the shoulder and not activating my chest at all. So you can see it here from the side angle. I overextend and now my lats are no longer engaged, my upper back isn't tight, and my shoulders are rolled forward and my chest is actually collapsing in instead of being puffed up. Alright, so here I'm demonstrating how to properly unrack the weight, and you should be lifting that bar just high enough to clear the hooks and center it over your body. Now obviously when the weight gets more challenging, this is going to be more difficult, so that is why it's extremely important to use a spotter when working with heavy weights so they can unrack it for you and center it and you can have a good set. Now this is what happens when you improperly unrack the bar. You lose tightness in your scapula, in your lats, you're not really activating your chest, and your shoulders are in a very compromising position. So look at the picture on the right, you can see that my lats and my upper back are actually denting the bench because of the amount of force I'm applying. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I was going to move forward and talk about cable flies and dips and other ways to hit the chest, but I wanted to get some feedback first and see what you guys thought about these types of videos. Now my intention is to do more of these videos, but in the gym setting. So rather than do voiceovers, have someone demonstrate the exercise, have someone film it, and I give a hands-on approach talking to the camera inside of the gym. I think that will be a little bit better experience for you guys watching at least. But let me know in the comment section below what you think, and if you enjoy this type of video, what would you like to see next? Maybe a certain muscle, a certain exercise performed? You guys let me know, I'll take that feedback and I'll use it for future videos. So thanks as always for the support. If you liked this video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up on. That really helps this channel grow and helps it get seen by other people as well. So thanks always for the constant support, guys, and until next time, we'll see you in the next video.